Hey, Curious Bell here, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to show you guys how to make a potato cannon. Boy, these things are fun. I'll show you the whole process on how to make it, what I blow up with it, things like that, types of things I can shoot out of it. And I actually went to a friend's house for a birthday party, and we shot confetti out of it. So the possibilities with this thing are pretty amazing. Just so you know, I'm not using all the correct parts. I couldn't find any 4-inch pipe that was made to be pressurized, and I'm going to have to use the stuff with the foam in it. It's I guess you could say it's just made for sewage. It's not made for pressure. So it might blow up. I guess we'll find out later in the video if it did. And I'm just going to try going for this. But the thing about this potato gun is that it is actually propane. So I'm going to use a propane torch, and I'm going to use it because it can put quite a bit of gas in there at once, and it has a sparker. This is a little too big, so I'm going to take that off. Plus, when I take this off, you get some threading here. Now, the threading is somewhere around half an inch. It's just less than half an inch, and it looks to be 32 teeth per inch. So, I couldn't find that at the hardware store, so I can't really tap the back end of this potato gun like I was wanting. So, the potato gun's going to have the back here, and you're going to have your propane tank there feeding into it. Then I'll screw this in. Let me get that. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay. You screw that in, you get some pipe, 4-inch pipe there. This is more of a handle, if anything. This is 2-inch pipe. And so this is a T with a 2-inch reducer. And then I'll go into this with 4-inch to 4-inch here to a 2-inch reducer. And then I will have a 2-inch threaded here so that I can add different barrel sizes. Yeah. I don't know if I was looking at the camera at all. Anyways, so I found this bit, which is 29/64. And that seems to line up just perfectly with the threading. I might have to go a size up. But because I don't have a tap and die, I'm going to just try drilling with a slightly smaller piece, and we'll see. Now, I fixed this drill because it actually was laying in the yard for 2 years before I found it again. Didn't know where it had gone. So the drill is actually backwards. When I click this way, it should be going forwards, but it goes backwards. That's because when I found it in the yard and it wasn't working, I took it apart. There was an ant's nest in there, and I just wired it back up backwards. It's before I took my electronics classes and stuff like that. So I don't have, or I didn't have the expertise at the time. I didn't know why it was going backwards. I knew it annoyed me, but that's where we're at. So I will just go ahead and drill down on this. Ooh, that grabs. Okay. Easy peasy. Now let's see if this threading will fit in at all. It seems that the beginning of it doesn't mind going up to it. Okay. No, it seems to need a size bigger, so I'm going to get the size bigger. Now the size bigger is 15/32, 15/32. How would I say that? 15/32? That seems correct. But let's try that. Just a little bit more. Okay, and oh, yes, it's going in. Let's try making it really flat against it. And pushing, spinning, and pushing, and spinning, and pushing, and spinning, and pushing, and spinning. It's still going one side over the other. just gonna go for it. Okay, that seems to be in there. Awesome. Before I, of course, glue all this stuff, I want to make sure it works. Now, it might blow itself apart, but that's okay. That's why I'm making a video, so you guys can see it happen. So you don't have to be like, will it blow up if I don't put glue on it? The answer is probably yes. So let's find out. Most 4-inch pipe nowadays is sewage line. So you can see right here that there's this nice white, and there's nice white on the outside, and it's yellow on the inside. You want to make sure you don't have this when you're building these, because this isn't as structurally as strong. You're going to want Schedule 40 pressure pipe. And this is not. But I couldn't find it at the store, so I'm going to try it out, and I might blow my hand off doing it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do what I love. Blowing crap up. Now, I find if you're going to use a Sawzall to use a bimetal blade, I think the bimetal blades actually work best for cutting PVC. And I say that because they don't tear up the plastic as much, and you can pretty much, after it's done cutting, get this off with your fingers versus getting it off with a knife or something. Okay, so we've got that. Now we can put that in there, and this can go into here. Awesome. Okay, so now we have the back of this. That back end can then go into this T, like so. So now we've got that. Oh, it already looks good. Let's see. Yeah, if I... it already is like... I love this. Okay, let's go ahead and cut another piece. This one I want to be a little longer so I can catch more gas. So I'm going to go probably twice as long. Here it is, so far. Okay, so handle will be here. Trigger seems to be good. Let me tighten that a little. Okay. That feels good. I'm going to have to paint this red or something. Let me get some 2-inch pipe. I'm doing 2-inch pipe. If you can find a T connector that goes from 4-inch to 2-inch, like this one, but instead you can get like 1.5 inches, or maybe if you got small hands, 1 inch. That'd be better for you. But hardware store didn't have that, so I'm going with this because it's here and it's now, and I'm impatient. And then I want to add this to the bottom, and then I'm going to have a cap on it. I do this just in case. I like to have the caps on them so I can remove them. That's better. That looks more like a gun. Ooh, before I put the barrel on the end, before I put this in, the reducer on, I need to see if it'll blow. Okay. Now, if I put this reducer on, it's going to keep the pressure inside of this a lot higher. And without being glued right now, what I want to try is without that on, because I don't want it to blow apart. But I'm using normal propane. Now, when you're using propane or nap gas or anything on these torches, it's always important to note that you don't want the torch to be upside down at all. You want it to be in a tilted up position. Otherwise, you're going to start getting liquid propane in these. Ooh. Ooh. I gotta be careful. I got my mic right here. Like, I'm touching it with my fingertips, so yeah. But I've already burned one up when I was making rocket fuel. that sounds beautiful. Whoa. Whoa. Let me get further back. Get it away from my face. Point it directly at the camera. Whoa. Whoa, that's scary. That's so scary. Okay. Should probably do this outside. It's working so good. Okay, so I got this other long piece of 2-inch that I theoretically could end. Here we go. That I theoretically can just put on the end of this. Now, before I do that, let's try. Oh, I closed it. There we go. There we go. Wow, that was loud. Ooh, that sounded like if you've ever done the beaker thing with electrolysis. If you've done electrolysis and you put it in the beaker when you were doing like your science experiment in a chemistry class, and it makes this chirp, it goes pew! That's what that sounded like. Whoa! Whoa! I should stop before it blows up, because it's not glued. Oh, and this is dangerous doing this inside. Okay. Oh, if you haven't caught on yet, I'm from Tennessee. Spent most of my childhood in Orlando, Florida. Moved here when I was 12, and I became a redneck. It's what we do here. And this is what rednecks do, okay? That's exactly what... Okay. Admittedly, we saw this was going to happen eventually. Oh, I'm just realizing this. Carbon monoxide. You burn propane, you get carbon monoxide. Especially if you don't burn it efficiently, which is what we're doing here when we burn it like this. And I can smell it. I take that back. You can't smell carbon monoxide, okay? But you can start feeling it in your face, and I need ventilation in here. Apparently, I'm being an idiot by not having ventilation in here. Okay, so super fun. Downside is this is not as strong as I would like it to be. It does kind of wobble a little. Let's see, can you see it on this camera? Yeah, wobble. Don't like that. When I put the long nozzle on it, I was holding it like this instead of like this. So maybe there's something I can do. I still want to use this torch for other things if I'm not doing this. So it's a $50 torch. Okay, up to this point, I don't want to glue the 2-inch pipe in yet at the end of this, because I want to be able to change it out. Now, I got this so that I could just pretty much do that and screw on any one of these that I want. But I accidentally got one of the wrong parts, and I don't have the female version of this thread. So for now, I'm not going to glue this. I'm just going to basically put it on there for temporary use. And if it comes off, it comes off. I don't care. It's not on the end that's going to blow up. It's going to be on the end that is shooting out anyways. Whew, lots of words. Woo! I just tripped on that 2-inch pipe. Oh, gosh. gosh. Ow. That's more dangerous than this thing. Ugh. That thing is scary. Now, the bevel for this is so that when I do go put a potato in this, it will cut it into position and all the excess will splay out like this. So it'll be the perfect size potato when it does go in here. 2 inches, that's a big potato. And I'm going to put it on here loosely so that if there is too much pressure, it'll pop this off. It'll go pop. For now, we'll test that out. But let's see how it does with this. Nice. Nice. So nice. Yeah. Yeah. So it's the next day. It's actually a few days later. And I've got my potato gun. Ta-da. I put the epoxy backing onto this. So now there's a bunch of epoxy in there that's holding this a lot more stiff. I mean, look at that. Nothing moving. And that worked great. But I did shoot it some with, let me get it real quick. My friend gave me some of these decorative snowballs. They're like cotton something or other. And we had put them in the end of the barrel. And it wasn't allowing the gas to flow through, it was blocking it up. So what we decided was we needed to put the nozzle on and drill a few holes into it in order for the gas to escape. Not holes that were so big that the explosion would go out them as much as it would the main hole, but big enough to let that gas come out. So that's one of the things I'm gonna... Oh, battery dead on that phone. Anyways, my friend RV, shout out to RV, he gave me these so we could shoot them out and kind of still be safe, because if this hits something, I mean, it's really soft. It's not really a problem. But I am going to go ahead and glue the 2-inch screw-on adapter to this. That way, whenever I want to try a new barrel, I can just put in the opposite version of that, screw it on, and I can have different types of barrels from here on out. So this is the target right here. I actually shoot at this with targets, and I'm going to see if I can be accurate whatsoever with this. If I could shoot this piece of wood, which is about as tall as me, it's about 6 feet. So if I can shoot that from any distance whatsoever, I think that is going to be quite good. Kind of doubt that I'll be able to do it though. So, and I strongly recommend wearing safety glasses. Now, these safety glasses are actually children's safety glasses, but apparently I have a very small head. Okay, let's do 5 seconds, see how that goes. I don't want it at my face. 3, 4, 5. I missed. Okay, so 5 seconds. I shot about 20 feet away, but I'm only like, I'm probably 10 feet away from the target, and I missed by about a foot. So, let's do 10 seconds. 1, 2, 9, 10. Nice. 10. It's doing okay. Okay, so what I'm currently doing is I am melting aluminum, and I'm going to try making different casts for different size bullets for this cannon. Let's check it again. Oh no! I didn't foresee that coming. Putting my aluminum ingot in there. No, it won't fall back, so that's good. Here we go. Cannon with aluminum ingot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this time I have a plaster bullet that I made. Let's try this out. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so what I need to do now is, we know how this works, and it works fairly good for shooting large projectiles, but I'm curious what this will do if we take it off and put on something new that's a smaller projectile. I've got this, which is the 2-inch pipe, but now I'm thinking maybe we should make something with a 1.5 inch. See if there's a difference. Let's put the new barrel on. Let's see how this does. Huh? That was pretty good. That was like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! 9. Woo! 8, 9. I have to say, I love that. Okay. Wow, this thing can really just like, I just invented a new way for cracking open walnuts. Is it practical? No, it's not. It's not practical at all, but that's not the point. It's just fun. That's the point. And if you ever try cracking open walnuts like this, please send me a video of it, because I would love to see fresh walnuts cracked open. This thing is so much fun, and now I would say it's time to make it look pretty, because currently it just looks like a bunch of pipes, and I would like to add a little flair to it. I'm thinking some red spray paint and maybe some silver Sharpie stuff on it. I don't know. We'll see. I just like the way red and silver work together. There we go. Okay, so I got my cannon painted, got my Curious Bell logo on here, along with some other things that I thought made it cool. You know, fake flames right here, and fake flames at the tip. But I think it looks beautiful, and it fits in my arms good. So, but I got that aluminum ingot. Let me get that out of my pocket, because currently that's difficult with this in your hand. Okay, aluminum ingot that I made in my foundry. I'm going to shoot it at these cement blocks and see if they'll break them. We'll find out. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I heard it land back there. I don't know where though. So I did find it. It was about 200 feet that way. But now let's try shooting a watermelon. Nice. Nope, not in there. Nope, not in there. Happy 4th of July, everyone. It's I'm recording this on the 3rd, so tomorrow's the 4th. And I plan on using this on the 4th to shoot off rockets and stuff. It'll be fun. No idea if this is even gonna work. Let's get a good look at all that aluminum. Okay. Might not work. Definitely don't want to breathe that in. Oh, it's boiling it. That's horrible. Oh my goodness. There goes all that aluminum. Okay, so casting it, and that's not gonna work. Whoa. I thought I could get the right size diameter. I guess not. Idea. Okay. I'll try putting this over here. Boom. And putting that there. Get some of this Easy Sand 20. Compact it around that. Okay, let's try that. Compact that around it. Like a volcano. Let's dig that up. Good. Okay. And I will try casting with that. If this aluminum is not cooled down. And I still got some in there. Oh, I'm out. You heat it back up. Okay, let's try that again. Oh no! I didn't foresee that coming. It's really hot. Maybe I can just keep going. Nope, just gonna blow it out again. Live and learn. Okay. Let's see how this looks. It's the coolest thing. It's like quicksand. That might be something we can work with right there. We'll see. Lead might actually work better now that we know that's not working. Okay. Okay, that's light. Let's see. Crappiest mold ever. But we'll see where it goes.